So welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today I will be reviewing Candyman. Candyman is what I will be reviewing today. I thought I will review these movies and rank these movies, obviously because we're supposedly still getting the new Candyman this year. So I thought this would be the perfect time to review the first Candyman and obviously the other ones. If you enjoyed the video, do make sure you hit that like button and please subscribe if you're brand new around here. Before I do continue, what I'm going to start doing reviews to make them a little bit different is I will put one or two or maybe even more facts in these videos. So one of the facts for Candyman, for obviously the original, is Tony Todd. They had to use real bees on Tony Todd. And every time that Tony Todd got stung, he had to get paid. So he got paid not only for playing Candyman, but not only did he get paid for playing Candyman, but he also got paid for getting stung by real bees. Yeah, which is pretty crazy to me. But yeah, that's one fact for Candyman. Like I said, I will start putting facts in my reviews to kind of make them stand out a little bit. I'm sure other people do it, but I haven't done it, so why not? So yeah, Candyman. This is a interesting movie, and to me, one of the best 90s slashers, and one of the most unique 90s slashers, and one of the most unique slashers as a whole, and a slasher that no one ever talks about, and a horror icon. Yes, Candyman is a horror icon, in my opinion, that no one talks about. The performance that Tony Todd brings, I think, it's just as iconic as Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. That's my opinion. It's just as iconic as, any other horror icons. Just as iconic, like I said. As a little bit about this movie is about how follows a graduate student who researches summons the spirit of the dead. When Helen Leonard hears about Candyman, a slave spirit with a hook hand, who is said to haunt a notorious housing project, she thinks she has a new twist for her thesis. Braving the gang-ridden territory to visit the site, Helen assumes Candyman can't resist until he appears and she conjures him. So again, really simple and interesting premise. Again, if you haven't seen Candyman, I highly recommend you checking out Candyman because, like I said, the performance that Tony Todd brings is iconic. It's rememberable. I think I'm not the biggest fan of part 2 or 3. I think Candyman, could have worked as a standalone movie. I mean, no one talks about the movie anyway. So I think if it was just a standalone, it would just been fine as a standalone. Because again, no one talks about the film anyway. And the look of the Candyman, I think, again, it's rememberable, it's iconic, and no one talks about the Candyman. I think this movie is really good, and there's so many good, memorable kills in this movie. The scene where he comes through the window and he puts the hook through the guy. I thought that was a really cool scene. There's so many good, memorable scenes in this movie. There's so many iconic and memorable scenes in this movie. And I think Candyman is a classic slasher. One of the best 90s slashers. Like, my two favorite 90s slashers would have to be Scream and Candyman. Those two would have to be my favorite 90s slashers. If I had to put a third one in there, I don't know, it would be hard to pick my third one, but regardless, back on subject, Candyman, I really enjoyed Candyman. I keep saying, keep talking like a broken record, but I think Candyman is a really interesting movie, and if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you checking out Candyman, and I hope the remake that we get this year actually makes this franchise, and just in more particular the first movie, popular, because again, everybody should check out this movie, Candyman. It's iconic, it's memorable. What is not to love about Candyman? And the score is iconic. Again, another iconic moment in this movie. I think the score is just as good and as memorable as The Exorcist or the Psycho, or the Halloween score, or even the Child's Play and Child's Play 2 score. It's just that iconic and memorable, in my personal opinion. Again, the ending of Candyman I thought was a really good ending, an unexpected moment, and just overall, Candyman's a perfect slasher to me. If I have to give Candyman a specific rating, what would I give Candyman? A 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. A perfect 10 out of 10 in my opinion. You know, some of the positives for this movie, really everything. You know, some of the positives would be Tony Todd's performance, the actress who played Helen. I liked her. I thought everybody, you know, all the people that did their acting, thought they did a really good, you know, really good solid job. The cinematography, the way it's directed was really cool. The effects. Is there any negatives? No. Like, there's really not any negatives. For me, at least. No. When we get to part 2, definitely part 3. I don't remember part 3, but I know no one likes part 3, and probably for good reason. I don't even remember part 3. You know, a little fact about me, when it comes to this franchise, I didn't see Candyman, like, later on in my life. I didn't see this Candyman until I was about 15, 14. So, again, like, I didn't, you know Candyman for a good while in my life. And I remember because, like, I saw Candyman, like, this movie, you know, when I was about, the first time I saw Candyman, I was about 13 or 15, and I didn't see, I think I was 13, I believe, because I didn't see the second one until I was 15, and and to be honest, I don't remember if I saw part 3 or not. I don't even remember, which is going to be very interesting in that review when I get to that. But final thoughts on Candyman. It's a iconic, memorable slasher. I love Candyman. Highly recommend you guys checking out Candyman if for some reason you live under a rock and you haven't seen Candyman. I'm excited for the remake. I hope the remake's good. I hope the remake brings new life into this memorable, iconic slasher. I love Candyman. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What are your thoughts? Let's have a discussion on Candyman in the comments below. How do you feel about Candyman? Do you like the movie? Do you hate it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you do hit that like button if you do enjoy, and hit that notification bell to never miss a upload or live. And if you're brand new around here, why not go ahead and subscribe? Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope everybody had a great day or night, depending on when you are watching this. And I will definitely catch you guys in the next one.